Okay, let's talk about living within your means. I have seen these ridiculous amounts of the car payments on cars, brand new, and the interest rates. See, this is where it gets you, is the interest rates. And you're paying more on that car because you're paying the bank to loan you the money. That's how they work. So with cars, there could be a couple of things you can do. This is me personally. I would save up cash, which I have, or my son's helped me and I gotta pay him back. I would save up cash, do research on your vehicles, find out which are the best vehicles held up, and I would look for older cars because with the least amount of miles, and I would look for the good car brands like Honda's great, Nissan is great. There's another one out there, like cars that are known to, if you take really good care of them, go an extra mile for you, like high mileage as well as they're maintained good. And then the next thing I would go for is finding for the bank, more bang for your buck, finding a car that's, so what if it's 10 years old? My car is 14, 15, this is a 2011, it's 14 years old, but it doesn't bother me. The car is in great shape, clean. I gotta clean it more on the inside, but it's, no rust, and she's sound. She runs great. I do have to get the bearings fixed on her, which I'm, trying to get the money together for all that stuff. But I got a deal on this. My son's father-in-law found this for $1,900 with I forget how many miles. It was a little over 100. I put a lot of miles on it since then because of all the driving I do with grandma. So with a car, you want to find something that is older, in great shape, clean, mechanically sound. Honda, Nissan, there's a third good one and I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Do your research, okay, to find what is reliable. See, why I say the older cars versus the newer cars is the newer cars are, it's all computerized. I like newer cars. I do. I just can't see paying that kind of money for it. And where they get you with luring you in on buying the newer cars, see, is they put all this new stuff on it. New safety features, new things to play with on your car, heated seats, massage seats and all that. That's where they get a lot of people. And then the people will add on, like, oh, I want these kind of wheels on it. And it adds up. Oh, I want this trim on my car. And it adds up. They pad the bill more and more and more. If you wait a couple of years and you have the money saved up, you could find one used for cash. And don't buy it really necessarily off of a lot. You would want to buy something used from someone, but do your research, check the Blue Book value of the car, and see if you can even get it at a better deal than what the Blue Book value says on it. So you want to be smart with the money. You want to keep most of your cash in your pocket. And if you're making all of these payments, mortgage payments, which I know a lot of people are caught up in, I understand. But listen, your interest rates on your loan payments, that's where more money than what you're putting out is going to the bank. You want to keep that in your pockets. See, cash is king. And you want to keep that money in your pocket because you're paying the principal of the car payment plus the interest. And if you broke down how much of your payment is going towards the bank, very little is going towards your principal. The bank's taking most of that money. gets towards the end, like I think the last year of the payment, then you might be paying more of the principal and way less on the interest. See, this is where to get you. So, save up another account for buying a car. Put so much money into it. Put, I don't know, maybe 5% of your check into it. See what your budget is, because I would say it rates on percentage or a certain amount that you want to put away for it. You have to look at what is going out now to what. Pay off your credit cards, and I'll do another video on that, how you can get them paid off faster. And save up for a used vehicle, a newer used vehicle. If you save up that kind of money, go by the Blue Book value, and then you'll have a vehicle paid for. You bought it cash, and you don't have more money going out of your budget towards paying something off. That money will go towards paying another bill or saving, or split it in half. Half of it go to another bill, which would have been the car payment, okay? Which would have been the car payment. But these car payments, $700-800 a month, I can't see doing that kind of a payment. That's ridiculous. $400 is a bit much. It's just, oh yeah. So you want to save up cash for your car, and that's, you know, what and even if your credit score is great, the only way that I would probably think of doing payments, the only way is if you put down, I would say, no less than a third to half of what the car is. But you're still going to pay interest on it. See, that's the thing. I just wouldn't want to get caught up in paying the banks all that. I have nothing against the banks. I'm just like trying to have people learn how to keep more money in their pocket instead of just giving it all out in interest. If you add up the interest, take and add up your interest on each credit card. One credit card, if it has 15% interest, add up all that interest on your credit cards, your home, and your car payments, and you will see how much interest is going out that you could be keeping in your pocket instead if you saved up cash and bought some cash and paid off your credit card every single month. Go ahead and do that, and you'll be amazed and shocked at how much money is going out to these banks. All that interest is money that you could be keeping in your pocket. Interest is the enemy. Interest is the enemy because it's taking more of your money. You got to be smart and buy things cash. So I just want to get on here and talk about cars, car payments, and save up to buy a car cash. Cash is king. And diligently do your research and note down everything you want in a car and do your research. You want to buy the lowest mileage possible, because that's where you're going to gain the most value. That's where you're going to gain the most value in your car. The lower the mileage, the better the dollar is spent, because it'll last you longer. And maintenance, afford to keep up all of the maintenance. And you know, if you do that, that car can last you many, many years. There are some cars that can reach 200,000-300,000 miles and more. There was a story, and you may have to Google it or look up on YouTube. There was a story about a woman. I don't know what kind of car she had. She was an older woman. Her car reached 1 million miles. 1 million miles. She took care of it that diligently. And they gave her a brand new car for free because she just took such good care of it. And it was just they were amazed, so they just gave her another car. And it's on YouTube somewhere. You have to Google it, but there is a car out there that did reach 1 million miles, and they gave her a car. So it's about maintaining the car when it needs to be maintained. Oil changes, transmission fluid change outs, and filter change outs, and you know, the belts, and you know, keeping up with the radiator, changing, flushing, and you know, a few parts that are inexpensive to get replaced, you know, but it's about maintaining them and keeping them in good working order, and it saves you a lot of money in the long run. It really does. I have to get my bearings, and I'm going to get them fixed. I just got to get the money for them. That's $350. I want to get my radiator flushed out, and that's, you know, a couple $100. My bearings are first, you know, get my brakes looked at. But I intend on keeping this car running as long as I possibly can. I try. My other car that I had, it was a Ford Focus. One thing after another was starting to go on it. As soon as I fixed something, something else went on it. And I was really, really having great intentions on fixing the muffler and everything. However, like, when it got to the point of, and when a car gets to the point of where your doors don't open and you can't get it fixed inexpensively, maybe it might be time to get another car. I don't know. It's debatable. Mine was, I had to climb in my back seat to get in my car because my car door on my other car would not open no more, and the driver's side mirror, I ran into my house with it and had to tape it up a few times, glue it on, tape it on. It was just done. So I go through my cars, but I'm really wanting to take very good care of this. This Nissan has been very dependable. She starts up really good. Want to get the, you know, this stuff fixed, and she's at 148,000 miles, and I want to keep her going as long as I possibly can in the mileage and take very good care and see how much I can get out of her. And that's my subject on cars. You guys have a good day. Think about this. Do your research. I know there's a third really well brand car out there. Fords and Chevys just aren't good. They're just not. So, and neither are the, oh my goodness. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, just do your research, and good luck on that. And I hope you take this wisdom and learn from this, and it starts you on the path of keeping more money in your pocket and not paying out any interest.